There's a lot of different reasons that people play video games, and there are so many different types of games for people to pick from. When the PS4 first launched, it came with a game pre-installed called the Playroom, and that was our first official introduction to this Astro Bot series. It was meant to kind of show off the capability of the PS4's controller, which at the time was very cutting edge, and it did a really good job, and it built a lot of excitement, and it offered us this little cute mascot. This style of using a little miniature game as a demo to show off tech continued with the PS5 with Astro's Playroom. This cute little robot was already kind of becoming a famous icon that people were associating with the PlayStation, so it made sense for them to dive headfirst and give this thing, or whatever it's called, a game of its own. Enter Astro Bot, a platformer that is massively entertaining, and although it clearly owes some credit to Mario for making this genre the giant that it is, this game proves that Astro Bot is every bit the mascot that Mario is for Nintendo. It's extremely well made and so creative. So let's dive in and talk Astro Bot. One of the things I think stands out immediately about this game is that it is so self-aware that it is in fact a video game. And it kind of breaks the fourth wall in the fact that you are literally trying to fix a PS5 in this game. That's how it starts. Astro Bot and his buddies, they're flying around space when some alien comes up and just messes with them. He breaks their ship and he sends Astro Bot's little buddies all over the galaxy, and you have to try to fix the ship and find your little friends. I'm not exactly sure why that punk alien decided to break their stuff, but man, some people. These levels are remarkably well made and so creative you will be in awe as you start seeing some of these visuals and the unique choices they take. These worlds are all so different from each other, and for the most part this game really doesn't feel repetitive. And that is due to the amazing amount of effort and creativity that was put into this game's level designs. It's insanely charming and it's really cute, I'm not gonna lie. And as if the levels weren't cool enough, the PS5 DualSense controller is getting a workout in this game like no game has really given it before. The controller speaker is used throughout the game to add additional effects like footsteps, and the haptic feedback, it's so unique, it's so awesome. It is a lot better than the PS4's controller for sure. You'll notice subtle little things like the way the controller's vibration feels different when you're walking on grass versus walking on metal or wood. That is excellent attention to detail. It really does showcase the amazing capabilities of this controller, and it will have you wondering why more games didn't take more advantage of it. And I am kind of talking like the PS5 is in its afterlife, but that's because it's halfway through and I don't see a lot of games that are using it to this extent. Why? There is a lot of fun homage to previous PlayStation games throughout this game's runtime, and the nerd in me was absolutely in love. My favorite level is the level that was inspired by the rebooted God of War series. It was just a blast, and I was grinning ear to ear when this started becoming more obvious to me what it was doing. It feels just enough like the real game, but it never loses the charm or becomes too serious. It still remains the cute, charming platformer that it is. One thing that sets this game apart from Mario is the fact that you have unlimited lives. You can die as much as you want in this game, but kind of like Dark Souls, when you die, you go back to the previous checkpoint. So if it's been a bit or you missed a checkpoint, that can end up sucking. And in each level, things are hidden so well throughout that you will undoubtedly be having to give each level a second comb through just to find everything. See, the goal is to rescue your friends, and they are hidden throughout these different worlds, but they are hidden sometimes extremely well. You really will have to be extra observant with these worlds. I never have played a game that had me rotating the camera nearly as much as this game, because I kept realizing I am missing stuff and I want to complete this game. I'm trying to find everything. My living room setup has lights that sync to the gameplay, and this game really comes to life in a dark room. I was surrounded by beautiful colors that added a lot of extra immersion, and my surround sound system brought this game's excellent music and sound effects all around in a way that felt so complete. If you have been feeling like the PS5 is in need of a great platformer, well, you're in luck because it has arrived. Astro Bot is a fantastic game that never feels like a copy of the games that inspired it, but instead feels like a unique breath of fresh air that will have you smiling from ear to ear. I'm not kidding. You will be, unless you're some kind of heartless monster who has no feelings or emotions. Is that you? Am I talking about you? And it does this all while giving you some fair challenges. I never claim to be the best gamer in the world. I am for sure not. Anyone who has seen my gameplay videos will know I make a fair share of mistakes. And yes, I did see my fair share of that black screen with the Astro Bot head silhouette coming towards you. But most of the times when that happened, I wasn't really getting frustrated. I was kind of laughing because most of these mistakes were very stupid, very silly, and 100% caused by me being in too much of a rush. But to be fair, this game does have a one-hit kill thing going on. If so much as a spike even touches you a little bit, you're dead and you're going back to that previous checkpoint. This is not just a game for kids. This is a game for gamers. A game that will challenge even the best of gamers. But even if you don't think that it's hard, which by the way, it's not supposed to be. This is not trying to be Elden Ring for God's sakes. You will still find a tremendous amount of joy to be had. It's an easy game to fire up and just play for a bit, which ends up turning into longer than a bit because there is so much fun to be had that it's kind of hard to turn it off once you fire this game up. There's been a few times now where I was supposed to go somewhere and I was like, oh, wait, I just need to finish this one thing, and that turned into an hour. That just happens. I can't recommend this game enough, and I hope Sony continues to give us more adventures with this cute little robot. Considering how well this game has been received, I would not be a bit surprised if they are already working on the next game, and hopefully it doesn't take until the PS6 to come out. I don't want you guys to be like Nintendo, taking your sweet ass time. I think this game is a masterpiece. The creative team puts so much love and attention into it that it's almost impossible to find anything to complain about. It's one of the most fun games that I've ever played on the PlayStation. It's just an easygoing, fun to play game. It's not stressful, it's just enjoyable. And even when it's challenging and you start dying, it's still fun because this world is so awesome. So this is an easy 10 out of 10 for me. I recommend you pick this game up. You gotta try it if you are a fan of Mario or you just want a really fun game. This is that game. Pick it up and let me know what you think of it in the comments. If you liked this video, please hit the like button. And if you want to hear more from me about video games or movies or TV shows, then subscribe to this channel. Later.